Ever heard the words that you've got to grind away and hustle if you're going to be successful? You see it all over Insta. Hustle, grind. I hate those two words. Those are probably the most two hated words for me. Because when you're working way too hard, that doesn't equate to success. What were you taught about growing a successful business, being wealthy? That you've got to work long and hard if you're going to be successful. You got to get a good education and you got to make sacrifices. Now, how many people out there running a business are making so many sacrifices? They're working so hard, working long hours, that they go home and realize that their son or daughter just turned 16 and the last time they saw them were they're little babies. I remember this happened to me when I first got into business. I was working way too hard, grinding away, and I wasn't making ends meet. I was struggling. Versus now, I work literally like 15-hour weeks, and I haven't brought into the fact that you've got to work hard, grind. Yes, there's got to be an element of hard work. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is that you don't need to like work 14, 16-hour days consistently. Because all that happens is you burn out. You're not able to think straight. Think about it. When you're agitated, when you're so caught up in your day-to-day running of the business, you're running this errand, that errand, you're wearing all the different hats, and you don't have time to have your lunch. You don't have time to think clearly, because you've got to have a clear thought of mind if you're going to do anything, right? And what happens is your mind gets consumed with all of that hard work and putting all the work in, and you actually forget to relax. When you relax, that's when you attract the most. When you're in an agitated state, you're not going to attract anything good. You're going to be in chaos. Your mind's in a chaotic state, and that's not a good state to be in. And now I always encourage my clients to get a massage once a week. When I get a client comes to me and says, Mindy, you know what, I'm really struggling with X, Y, and Z. I haven't really made any sales. The profits are dipping down. And I tell them to do something way illogical, and that's like, go take a break, right? Go on a Wednesday, midweek, go get yourself a massage. Go get yourself a massage. Go for a walk. Forget work. Finish early. Go for dinner. Massage is a big thing. And often when they listen to my advice, when I give it strategically, they go away, they force themselves to take a massage. And when they come out of that, they say, Mindy, you know what? You never believe what happened. This happened, that happened. Why is that? Because they've got into a relaxed frequency. Think about a frequency, right? It's your energy. We talk about energy a lot, right? So when you're in an agitated state, imagine the frequency that you're actually giving off. You're giving off a distorted vibe. Now, once you're calm, when you're in a calm state of mind, when you're relaxed, they always tell you to relax, right? Why do they tell you to relax? Because when you're relaxing, you're in a very calm, energetic state, and it's a very attractive state. Have you ever been past somebody who's really worked up, really angry and stuff? And all you want to do is get away from them because you're not feeling their vibe. You're not feeling comfortable. And on the other hand, you have someone who's in control, who's calm with the situation. And with that person, you feel confident that, you know, they are calm. I want to have them, like James Bond, for example, right? He goes and he's always in a calm state. Now he's in a problem-solving state. When you're in an agitated state, you can't solve nothing. You only create more problems for yourself. So I want to encourage you to take some time out for yourself. On a Wednesday, it might sound ridiculous. You might say, well, I'm too busy. But here's the thing. You got to start making adjustments, because if you carry on doing what you're doing, you're going to carry on getting the same kind of results. I relax a lot more. Anytime you're feeling like results ain't coming to you, try to relax. Bob Proctor put it in a great way. He said, like, when you've got a hose pipe in the garden and it's got lots of kinks in it, you've had that, right? When your hose pipe's all twisted up and stuff, you turn the tap on, and you go to clean your car or something, water the plants, and there's nothing coming out the other end. And you're like, what? And you go check the tap. The tap's on. Where's the water? Then you noticed that there's 57 different kinks in that like 50-meter hose pipe. And then you go straighten them out one after the other, and you put it in a long line. And all of a sudden, what happens? The water starts flowing smoothly out the pipe. That's exactly how we work. So when you're in that twisted, agitated state, grinding away, working hard, not making time for yourself to think, guess what you're doing? You're in that agitated state. You've got all kinks in your energy. Ain't nothing going to happen. So we need to correct that. People talk about energy a lot. They don't really understand what energy really means. We hear terms like, oh, like attracts like. Okay, but what does that mean? What does that mean? So you might be doing all of the visualizations and meditations, working on your mindset, the morning routine, studying lots, but yet you're still in an agitated state, constantly in that grind, that hustle, working hard, and you ain't going to attract anything good. So you have to sometimes slow down to speed up. What does that mean? You slow down to speed up, right? It kind of contradicts each other, but if you really understand that phrase, it'll make sense to you, right? So you got to calm yourself down, right? You calm yourself down and then you speed up, right? And when I talk about slow yourself down, I want about your mental state, right? So once you do that, once you calm yourself down, you'll find solutions, your intuition will awaken, and you'll solve problems much faster. And guess what? The other thing is you'll start to attract clients and situations to yourself better because you're sending out a good state. What you send out is what you get back. So if you're putting out in an agitated state, grinding away, guess what? The only thing that you're going to have back is the same kind of thing, right? Now, I'm not saying you don't got to work. Don't mix this up. You still have to work. You still got to put the effort in. But what I'm saying is that you need to take time out to relax, to unwind. In our business, like for 2 weeks over Christmas, I said, you know what? I want to totally shut down the department. So I gave everybody some time off. And now we've come back. I've come back myself totally different. And I'm picking up lots of different things in my business that I'm not happy with, that I didn't really know that I wasn't happy with because I was so involved in the grind, in the grind, if you want to call it, in the situation. But now I've had a time to step back and not even think about business. And I had my intuition waking up. All these things were coming up to my mind. I need to change this. I need to change that. So when I first came back in on whenever it was, the 6th of January, my mind was popping with new ideas, right? Because I had a clean break. And that's now we're elevating the brand even more. Now we put some new practices in place that's going to only drive the business forward, because I wasn't afraid. A lot of people are so afraid to take time off work because they feel like they can actually lose out money. They're going to lose out. They're going to fall behind. But sometimes it's not true. Why do you think a lot of people, like successful people, they'll go out on a Mediterranean or something in their yacht and just chill for a couple of weeks? I know a lot of highly successful people that don't even work, right? I remember Bob Proctor saying, like, some of the most successful people, the wealthiest people in the world, don't even work. I'm like, what? That doesn't make sense. That goes, if you look at it, they don't even work. They've got teams of great people that are doing the work for them. They lead. You still got to lead. You still got to be involved. But take some time off. Think about 1 day a week. Are you prepared to take an hour out to get a massage? I've done this with so many of my clients, right? Midweek, I always suggest a Wednesday. Take time midweek and go get yourself a massage, an hour massage minimum, and you watch how you're going to feel when you get out of that. It's going to make a world of a difference. So go try it out. See you on the next one.